Two Virginia police officers have been arrested now and charged with unlawful entry into a restricted area and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds. These two assholes posted selfies online that showed them participating in the riots that occurred Wednesday a week ago at the U.S. Capitol. As reported by Nation of Change also, here's how they put it. On January 6th, off-duty Rocky Mount, Virginia, Police Sergeant Thomas Robertson and Officer Jacob Fracker took a photo of themselves inside the Capitol while participating in the riots. In the photo, which was later posted on Facebook, Sergeant Robertson can be seen holding a wooden pole, and Officer Fracker raises his middle finger as they stand in front of a statue of John Stark, a Revolutionary War officer from New Hampshire. And in a Facebook post that has now been deleted, Officer Jacob Fracker wrote, quote, LOL to anyone who's possibly concerned about the picture of me going around. Sorry, I hate freedom. Not like I did anything legal. Y'all do what you feel you need to, end quote. Well, you illiterate son of a bitch. Why are all of these people, every single one from whom you read a quote or hear something they have to say, they're the most illiterate collection of morons and assholes? I guess that's what Christianity does to them. Christian fascism. Now, again, I'm not talking about people who follow the teachings of the rabbi from Nazareth 2,000 years ago, Jesus. Rabbi Jesus. Rabbi means teacher, doesn't it? The message that he taught, I can get behind and do get behind and try to live my life. I do. How about that? But this Christian horse shit, these lies, this destruction, no. Well, Officer Fracker and his buddy, Sergeant Thomas Robertson, they are Christian fascists. In a separate social media post, Sergeant Robertson wrote, quote, CNN and the left are just mad because we actually attacked the government, who is the problem, and not some random small business. The right in one day took the fucking U.S. Capitol. Keep poking us, end quote. Well, sounds like you just confessed to something, you dumb son of a bitch. Huh? You're the type of filthy cop that is considered, when conversation gets around to abolishing assholes like you, go live with your fucking QAnon buddies and your cucumber people, you know? Law enforcement. See, this is what so many white people don't understand. Policing, to a huge degree, is not about law enforcement. It's about enforcing rules and regulations laid out by white capitalists. Go ahead, think about it for a minute. Police forces should be abolished and replaced with law enforcement agencies. Law enforcement agencies, not policing agencies, not a bunch of fuckers that look like they just came from a Star Wars set, not these great big bohunk son of a bitches with enough firepower to wipe out half a city block. No. Law enforcement officers who understand first the law not busting somebody's head or shooting somebody in hot blood. I hate that expression, shooting them in cold blood. That's bullshit. Your blood's not cold. Shooting them in hot blood, blowing their fucking lives away. Oh, well, I thought he had a gun. You asshole. It was a cigarette lighter. Well, I'm a dumb fuck. What do I know? Law enforcement is what we need, not policing. We don't need water cannons aimed at citizens. We don't need ultrasound, these huge flashbang grenades. We don't need the screaming sirens that will fuck up your hearing for 6 months. We need law enforcement. And the first place we need it is in police departments. Both of these officers, Thomas Robertson and Jacob Fracker, have been placed on administrative leave for attending the riots. What'd you do today? Well, I attended a riot. Oh, really? Did you have fun? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a mindfuck. Really enjoyed it. Got some pictures. You want to see them? 2 days ago, a federal arrest warrant was unsealed, charging Robertson and Fracker with a misdemeanor. That's just a misdemeanor. Supposing they would have been there in uniform as law enforcement and they would have seen a black guy doing what these two white fuckers did. Do you think it would be a misdemeanor that the black guy would be charged with? Well, actually, he wouldn't be charged with anything because he would have been shot dead. They've been charged with the misdemeanor of knowingly entering a restricted building without authority to do so, and knowingly engaging in conduct that disrupts government business, and the petty offense of engaging in disruptive conduct in the Capitol in order to interfere with the session of Congress. They were arrested, released on $15,000 unsecured bonds, which means they didn't have to put up a fucking penny. Oh, they were also ordered to stay away from any public assembly, demonstration, or protest until the case is resolved. Fracker, by the way, is a K-9 unit officer who joined the Rocky Mount, Virginia Police Department in 2017, and Robertson is his platoon sergeant. Both claim they didn't perform any acts of violence while storming the Capitol. Only a dumb fuck cucumber could say something like that. Town manager James Irwin said this past Wednesday, quote, "We're very much aware that this is a keen and important issue to the community. At this point, it's a criminal matter, and we have to allow the authorities to prosecute their case as they see fit," end quote. The penalty for this bullshit, up to a year in jail, ha ha ha. And the penalty for the petty offense, up to 6 months in jail. And also on Wednesday, Houston, Texas police officer Tam Pham was relieved of duty pending a disciplinary hearing for allegedly participating in the riots. Pham has also been accused of penetrating the Capitol during a violent attack. Yeah, at least 28 cops, by the way, were in attendance at the riots that sought to overthrow democratic government in this country. I'll get into that a little bit when we come back after the break. And also the rioters, it's now becoming clear that these filthy scum wanted to capture and assassinate members of Congress, according to prosecutors. And a note left by that dumb fuck with the horns on his head. Remember that guy who I guess has appointed himself the QAnon shaman? Yeah. According to Truthout, at least 28 so-called law enforcement officers, well, you can strike that right away. They were not enforcing the law. These guys from 12 states, at least 28 so far, have been identified as part of the rioters. According to news reports that are being compiled by The Appeal, must be an online organization or website, The Appeal. Anyway, the exact number of these son of a bitches is still an open question. A number of them have been identified because they're fucked up, they're insane, they should no more be carrying a badge than they should be carrying nuclear weapons. They're just a bunch of bully assholes. These are the types who, in so many cases, I'm not talking about officer friendly or the neighborhood cop or people who really are concerned about law enforcement. I'm talking about these bullet-headed fuckers who you give them a nightstick and taser, a gun and a sidearm and put them in uniform, and they're going to go out and just fuck over anybody they can fuck over because all of a sudden they have license to do so. That's what these, at least, as Truth Out reports it, 28 so-called law enforcement officers did. The exact number, like I said, is still an open question. Bexar County, Texas. The sheriff's lieutenant there, Roxanne. Oh, reminds me of the police. You get it? That's it. Never mind. Roxanne Mathai. She has 70 to 80 employees under her command per shift. She posted a video to social media showing her going up the steps of the Capitol while she said into her microphone, quote, "We're going in, tear gas and all. Tear gas don't bother me." And in another post, this bitch described the mob attack on the Capitol as, quote, "the best day of my life," end quote. And you wonder where the argument to defund the police comes from. This horrible fucking woman who calls an attack of violence and murder and mayhem on the U.S. Capitol as the best day of her fucking useless life. Bitch, get out of uniform. Go do something that is more satisfying to you than being a police officer, although I can't think what that might be, because in your position, bitch, you have the authority to really boss people around and knock people around and hit folks and kick folks and act like you have some power. God damn these people. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.